becoming a content creator at 39, I think it's way more important than most people think, or it is completely different when you start at your 20s becoming a content creator, or you're becoming content creator in your 30s or even 40s. So the point is, when you are a late starter like I am, all the time it was like a fire inside me, would never let me go doing something else. So instead of that, I always thought about becoming a content creator, doing some kind of online businesses and making a living out of that, because all the years I think many guys did show us that this is possible. But let me mention one important thing in my case. I think many of you guys had the same situation. I'm a guy with an immigrant background. So I came here 30 years ago to Germany, or my family came to Germany 30 years ago, and I grew up here. So the formula of success for me was all the years that going to school, going to university, getting a degree, and this was the thing what we pursue and what we try to achieve. So that's what I did. So I went to school, I studied mechanical engineering, and did 5 years of PhD in mechanical engineering. So the point is, 20 years ago, things changed completely with the internet, with Facebook, and with YouTube. So the formula, going to university, getting a high degree, and getting easier a job doesn't work anymore. So I'm not a fan of dropping out school and saying, hey, I'm a dropout and I did YouTube, or I did kind of online business, and that lead me to success. I'm not that kind of guy, or I'm not a fan of that. But the problem is, when you're a late starter, when you're at my age, it is very difficult to make a living out of the salary or the revenue you get from your current business or current job. So I give you an example. For example, a mechanical engineer in Germany starts with 50 to 60K a year. So we in Germany have a high level of taxes. Around 30% is tax. If you got 60K a year, you will end up around 40 or 37, 39K a year after tax. So making a living out of that with a family and having a rent would cost you at least $1,500. It's nearly impossible. So when you struggle to make a living, and I mean, I went to school for 13 years. After 13 years school, I studied mechanical engineering with 2 diploma degree for 7 years. After 7 years, I did my PhD for 5 another years. So in total, we're talking about 25 years of education, and still it's hard to make a living out of that. And believe me, I'm a good example. I'm complaining from a high level of income, you can probably say. We have in this world, we have people who had the same degree but struggling harder than me. So, but when you're in my case and you see that the degree of 10, 20 or 15 years of education the degree doesn't lead you to that success or formula what you looked for, then of course you have to take another course. You have to shift your ship. Otherwise you will end up like most other guys. So this is, I think, the base of looking for something new. And this is something what is inside every human who's looking when it comes to problems and try to solve the problems, and who's looking for the right results. And in this case, I'm doing exactly the same thing. I mean, additionally, it is for me very good, and it feels good to do the things by my own. So my journey starts that I left university and say to myself that I want to become an entrepreneur. And this is what I did the last years, in total 5 years, full-time offline entrepreneur. But even though there are some problems to solve, and one of the problems what brings me to the point that I say, okay, I will transfer all my offline businesses to digital and online businesses, is that the situation in not just in Germany or Europe or US, I think the situation worldwide changed, and it makes sometimes really hard to make a step forward. Did you know that 90, even 95% of entrepreneurs and solopreneurs in Germany quit, not because the idea itself is for the trash. They quit because the bureaucracy here in Germany is so high. So before even you can move with your company or bring your idea to a company, you quit because the stress level is a different level. So before I started doing the content, 1.5 years, I worked an average 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'm honest to you, the tax and the Germans' paper war killed me. It broke my bone. And that's why I decided to transfer as fast and as possible my whole businesses to something online. So to even have the option when it becomes too heavy in Germany, to even leave the country to go somewhere else. Because there are many countries in the world, even in Europe, that has better options for entrepreneurs and solopreneurs than Germany. I cannot even say that Germany is my home. I just can say that my home is there where my family is. And a side point of doing something digital where you need just your laptop and internet, it helps you a lot to do any kind of business while the others are sleeping. Many things changed, and I think and I believe YouTube is a very good platform for even late starter to share their story. And I hope to see your stories too, and to be able to engage with you through this platform, through the videos, and to even see progress on your channels and to see progress on my channel, and be able to start something online and digital while I share my story with you